the contract used in Dayton and Cincinnati version May 20th, 2025, section 16, 17, 18, and 19. And so the changes that we talked about that the attorneys made in section 16 and 17. So under the property survey, section 16, they added a after item 15 for better formatting and clarity. So apparently A was added. We'll find that here in a second. Section 16, um, they changed the 14 days to blank so that can be filled in. The buyer must now provide written proof when terminating based on this contingency. And if time frame is left blank or notice not delivered, the contingency is waived. So those are the changes, 16, 17. 16 has to do with property survey, line 368. The buyer acknowledges that it is the buyer's responsibility to confirm the location of the boundary lines and improvements, setbacks, and easements. Buyer at buyer expense shall obtain any survey of the real estate by the buyer and required by the lender. The buyer desires for buyer's obligation. If the buyer desires for buyer's obligation under this contract contingent upon satisfactory review, the buyer must complete the desired survey, proceed in accordance with the timelines and process it in 15A. 17 talks about insurance. So the buyer acknowledges that it is the buyer's responsibility to make and to confirm availability and cost any and all policies of insurance reasonably desired by the buyer or lender, including but not limited to hazard, flood, per property insurance. Buyer is relying on buyer's own understanding of insurance to be obtained. Buyer shall have blank calendar days, and I like to coincide with the inspection period. So I coach people to put 14 in line 380. So the way that reads is the buyer shall have 14 calendar days called insurance verification period, beginning the day following contract acceptance date, to confirm that such insurance is available and that the cost is reasonably acceptable to the buyer and the buyer's share. If the buyer cannot obtain the policy, or if the cost is not consistent with market rates, the buyer shall have the right to terminate the contract by providing notification to this along with proof of insurance denial and proof of price that it is consistent with market rates before expiration of the insurance verification period. The buyer does not indicate a frame within section 17 or does not time deliver the seller the notice of termination, contingencies shall be waived. So you basically want to make sure that the buyer is contacting their insurance agent, is making sure insurance is available, and that it is marketable. So 18 is the seller agrees to the real estate available at reasonable hours for access by licensed real estate agents and brokers, buyer and buyer inspectors, licensed appraisers, and other office parties as required in order to satisfy the term of contract. The seller shall have all utility services the real estate on during the pendency contract. The buyer is not authorized to present on the estate without a licensed real estate agent unless prior express written authorization is obtained by the seller. Section 19. Do you have any contingencies like buyers to sell their property at 12 Main Street, which is supposed to close August 15th, so on and forth? Those kind of contingencies would be placed in here. If you have any special circumstances to be written in the contract, they can put in below. If you're going to attach an addenda, you need to check the box in 393. That what that does is you would check the box and you would put a thing about addenda number 1, number 12, whatever, is hereby included as part of the contract of purchase. That what that does is it ties them together. So the sections 16, 19.